Well, just one day after the funeral of a Charlotte County deputy, Christopher Taylor, who was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver. Tonight, Fox 4 is working to learn if current Florida laws are tough enough. Thank you for joining us for Fox 4 News at 6. I'm Nadine Yanis.
And I'm Chris Searle. This is the question Fox 4's Colton Chavez is working to answer. As Colton joins us live just off of Pine Island Road, one of the busier stretches throughout the city. Thousands of cars go past every single day on Pine Island. And Colton, the obvious answer, of course, is don't drink and drive.
Yeah, Chris, exactly. And you can see the reason why, because look how many people are on our roads. And this is constantly throughout Southwest Florida. And for advocates pushing for sober driving, they report that out of every 50 accidents that involve a drunk driver, 4 of those are coming from the state of Florida. Now, so I went to people who are advocating for sober driving, looking to cancel that statistic. And I asked them the question, so what needs to change?
I have made wrong decisions. I ain't going to lie to you. And I won't do it again.
The decision to drink and drive is something Paul Wooten says he can't take back, but now has no sympathy for either.
I think they ought to take it to the max. Whatever's the max and over the max.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety shows there are levels to DUI punishment, ranging from losing your license for at least 6 months to becoming a felony offense for repeat offenders.
MAD is not a prohibitionist organization.
Larry Coggins Jr., the regional director of Mothers Against Drunk Driving in Florida, says around the nation there are over 10,000 deaths each year involving an impaired driver. And in the state of Florida,
about 1,500 of those are in the state of Florida. Now that's alcohol, that's drugs, and that's also the poly-use of drugs and alcohol combined.
With current Florida laws right now, do you feel like they're helping your cause, or are there things that, at MAD you guys are working to change?
Sadly, it doesn't matter how strong the laws are, people will still unfortunately make this decision because, like I said, logic goes out the window. Here at MAD, we are always wanting laws to be stronger.
And like Paul, who I asked how laws could be stronger,
I think they ought to have more DUI checkpoints.
I asked Coggins Jr. the same question.
Suspended license, revoked license, all that kind of stuff, classes they have to take, the DUI schools, all of that stuff's there for a reason in the education. But again, it all comes back to that personal decision.
A personal decision, Coggins Jr. says MAD hopes to change by promoting education and awareness, a message felt by Lee Health, which sees the impact in their trauma centers.
At the trauma center, we have seen approximately 25% of the trauma alerts have some sort of alcohol involvement. That's a quarter of the patients we see.
And a statistic Fort Myers Acting Police Chief Randall Pepitone experienced in his own life and urges people to avoid.
This is a very important subject and one that has affected me personally. My younger brother was killed while he was an 18-year-old student at Texas Tech back in 1985.
And that moment you just heard from Acting Fort Myers Police Chief Randall Pepitone came from a press conference earlier today where organizations throughout Southwest Florida continued to stress that message that we do every year, 365 days a year from law enforcement, and that's to not drink and drive. Now, more on that story and the one you just heard tonight is live on our website at fox4now.com. Live in Cape Coral tonight, Colton Chavez, Fox 4.
Thank you, Colton. The session law enforcement officials are hosting also focused on safe driving during the holidays, and that's for very good reason.
That's because the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recently released a report that shows the holidays are some of the most deadly times to drive because of the rise of drunk driving. So take a look at this. According to that study, between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, there's an average of 25,000 injuries from alcohol-related crashes each year. In fact, New Year's Day is the deadliest day of the year for alcohol-related crashes, and nearly 60% of those crashes involved alcohol.
So what does that look like here? According to Florida's Department of Highway Safety, between October and December of 2021, there were more than 1,300 alcohol-related crashes on Florida's roads. 365 of those crashes with serious injuries, 184 of those crashes were deadly ones.